Yo, what is going on, you slackers? I am your host, Slackerz Gaming, bringing you another episode of Rate Their Chances. If you haven't seen the series, every Sunday I do 2 episodes. Each episode I go over one specific character, I'll go over some pros and cons, and then at the end I give my opinion from 0 to 100% on which I believe they have to be a playable character for the upcoming Super Smash Bros. Ultimate for the Nintendo Switch. So with that out of the way, let's jump right into today's character. As you can see on screen, it is Chrom from Fire Emblem. Now, it's about time I did Chrom for one of these series, so I think it was good. It was better that I kind of waited to give Chrom his own episode, especially after E3 2018 when we got the information of Echo Fighters, and that's I think that's a big case for Chrom in this case. So let's start off with some pros. So popularity. Okay, let me back up just a smidge. When I do characters, I like to go over categories. Are they popular? Are they moveset? Is that easy to come up with? Are they kind of like a relevant character? And then what kind of category do they fall in for character-wise? And by that I mean, would they be first party? Would they be a retrofit? Would they be a WTF character? Or would they be third party? And in Chrom's case, he's definitely first party. So yeah, he gets lumped in with that huge group of characters. But I think he kind of stands out. He is from the Fire Emblem series, like I mentioned earlier. So I'm going back to the popularity. He is, I guess, one of the more popular characters from Fire Emblem, at least. Lots of people know who the character is. You know, he was what was it? Awakening? Yeah, Fire Emblem Awakening is one of the three main characters. He is the father of Lucina, so he definitely has his place in the Fire Emblem. But it's Fire Emblem's weird because like each game is kind of divided into their own fan base. That's kind of what I get from it, but that's a different topic. I don't know why I just brought that up, but let's move on here. So I think a big pro for Chrom so far is you have to mention that who is it? Robin. Robin's final smash has yet to be seen. He's the only Fire Emblem character that is yet to be seen for a final smash. And as we all know from Wii U and 3DS, Robin, his final smash had Chrom in it, helping him out. So if we've yet to see that, I mean, it's a bit interesting, you know, that they did Marth, Lucina, Ike, Roy, Corrin. We've seen all that, and we've seen their final smashes, but for some reason we haven't seen Robin. It's a little interesting, So I'm kind of putting that on the pro side for right now. And then, of course, I guess moveset-wise would be pretty easy because the whole Echo Fighter thing, I think that's where it really comes into play for Chrom this time around. It would just be easy. I think what would make the most sense would he be an Echo Fighter of Ike. I think that would just make the most sense. I mean, after all, who was it? The Palutena, like the Codex, not the Codex, but in Wii U and 3DS, she kind of made fun of Chrom a bit for kind of being like Ike. So, I mean, they're already making fun of that in the game. And, yeah, I don't know. I thought that was pretty funny. But, yeah, I think another pro that I do want to say is that so far, I guess it could be subject to change. But right now, Ike does not have his Chrom palette swap. What does that say about the character, you know? If they took out the palette swap and then, you know, we haven't seen Robin's final smash, I think those are kind of adding up to help Chrom's chances. Is it enough to get him, you know, upgraded to, I guess not even upgraded, but just, it'd be upgraded. But is it enough to make him a playable character? I'm not too sure, so I think we got to go over a few cons now in this case. And so a big con for just Fire Emblem as a series in general, a lot of the Smash fan base truly feel that there's too many Fire Emblem reps, and I'll admit that I'm kind of in that boat. If any series deserves 6 or more, you know, it would probably be Mario, Zelda, or Pokemon. That's who should be getting it. I know Mario already has a bunch, so never mind about Mario, but Pokemon's got to be up there too, right? So And I think Legend of Zelda has 6 now too. So, okay, there kind of goes that argument. But still, I do think there are too many Fire Emblem characters. And a lot of them are just or all of them in Smash are sword wielders. They don't stand out. They don't distinct themselves too much. The whole blue-haired swordsman thing. That's an issue. So definitely a con. I guess another one would be if Fire Emblem does get a new playable represent. Who would it be? Would it be Chrom as an Echo Fighter, which could make sense just because it'd just be easier to create Chrom, I guess, save on development time and all that stuff? Or would they go the route of a new character, such as, I guess, Alm comes to mind, I guess, or maybe somebody from the newest game, is that coming out later this year, or 2019, I can't remember the name. The Three Houses. Oh god, that's probably not even the title. But the newest Fire Emblem that is yet to come out for the Switch. That maybe that could be given priority, and by that I mean once DLC comes out, that could be priority. So they're like, you know what, we won't put anybody from Fire Emblem in the initial roster, and we might save that for DLC. That's got to be a thought. So I think Chrom's chances have gone up a bit from where it was before E3, and I don't know if it's too much though. I'm a little iffy on Chrom still. I am. I really think that I don't think he's going to be playable. I don't see it. I don't think Sakurai is going to add a playable character from Fire Emblem in the initial roster. I really don't. I think they'll save something for DLC. That's where Fire Emblem will get something. That is what I truly feel. So in terms of percentage, what I think Chrom has, I'm going to give him about a 40%. Not quite half and half. I think it's lower than that. So yeah, 40% is what I give Chrom. Maybe that's too low. Maybe a lot of you... Oops, I dropped something. But I think maybe a lot of people think that could be too low, and maybe it is. I don't know. If you guys have any other arguments that you want to bring up in the comments, go ahead. Let me know. And I'd like to, have a little chat about it, because I love talking about Smash Bros. Stuff. But anyway, that is going to be it for this episode. Chrom, again, I gave 40%. I don't see him too likely, but I can see him being considered. Definitely being considered. So, yeah, that is going to be it for this one. Stay tuned. There will be another Rate Their Chances series later today. And it's another, I guess, character that's been picking up a lot of steam over the past, day or two. So, yeah, we'll talk about that later. And, yeah, hopefully we catch you guys then. Peace out, everybody.